This was a really great season for your character also. I mean, everyone has great years, but this year she really got to stand up on her own, declare her. What did you enjoy about her journey over the last season?
Absolutely all of it. It was amazing. It was just as exhilarating filming the scene where I get my army as it was hopefully to see as well. It was it's been an incredible filming experience for season 3.
In moments like that where you're being passed over large crowds of people, and I mean, can you separate from that moment like, no, we're acting, or do you have that feeling like this is crazy that this is happening in my life at this moment?
Yeah, it's definitely you have those brief moments where you feel it's very surreal. It's very surreal.
What are you excited, Peter, to explore next season with your character? He's in this marriage now. I really liked the way he's handled this horrible situation he's been put into. What are you excited to dig into next year?
Well, it's hard. It's almost, it's impossible to talk about without giving things away because of my excitement. But I just like where this character is going. He really is not the same person he was from the first episode of the first season. He's really gone through the ringer several times. He's in love with a woman he's not married to, and the woman he's married to hates his whole family. So it's tricky, but I'm just lucky enough to work with people like Sophie Turner, who plays Sansa, who's just, I think, one of my favorite actresses.
And what about for you? I mean, last we saw covered in arrows, being wheeled off. Clearly you're not dying because I feel like it can't only lose one Stark boy a season.
Yeah, I think I am in next season. No, it's great. It's an immense season for John, and he's got some really tough things to do, and he starts living up to being a man, really, which is going to be fun to play.
Speaking of John, you are the one who sort of sent him off into the sunset littered with arrows.
Arrows, I know.
What's wrong?
Oh no, I'm sorry, the man was riding away from me. I wasn't letting him go.
Talk to me a little bit about her state of mind in that moment and where you think that sort of leads her to next year.
Oh god, she was livid. She was livid and she was hurt and she felt incredibly betrayed.
It's been a great year for him.
Yeah, it's been a better year for Sam than it's been for me. Yeah, I mean, I think that all these characters are developing so quickly. Emotionally, kind of spiritually, psychologically, but I think Sam's accelerating at a rapid rate to becoming a man at the moment. He's got responsibilities. He's got a family to support. It seems strange, but Sam's the daddy of that little family, and he's just hell bent on being a better father than all the other fathers he seems to have experienced in his life.
And when do you go back into filming?
No, we're already filming. We've just done 2 weeks of shooting in Northern Ireland, and we shoot through about Thanksgiving, so we're just through the first lap.
Amazing. Tell me everything you've done so far. Let's just start rattling off every scene you filmed, every character's died. No.
The Hound has had a great fight already, and yeah. That's all I can tell you without spoiling something.
Looking ahead to next year, George, what are you excited that the show is finally going to potentially be able to put on screen that you had created years ago?
Well, I don't want to spoil too many things, but there's another gigantic battle coming up, which I'm looking forward to, and there's a even more gigantic wedding coming up, which should have some pretty amazing developments in it, and there's more cool new characters. I think people are going to be very excited to meet Prince Oberyn of Dorne, the Red Viper, for the first time. He's a very popular character in the books, and there'll be some reversals, there'll be some twists and turns, some of which will surprise even me, because Dave and Dan have been known to change things and to kill characters who are still alive in the books and so forth. So we'll see.
In previous seasons, there's been a kind of a slow build, and one thing that's different for next season is that things kick off a lot faster, which has been exciting for us. And so, but because of that, it's very hard to talk about anything specific. But we're looking forward to it. There are some scenes that we've been waiting for about 5 years, and we're going to shoot them in a few weeks. So
it's a lot of action this year. I feel like there's it seems like across the board from beginning to end.
Excellent. Lastly, for Richard and Michelle, do you anticipate being able to watch the show now that you're no longer a part of it, or is it too sensitive? In
I'm so excited about watching the show.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love the show. I love being a viewer of the show, and there's so much of it that you read in the scripts, but you don't get to see. And now, I don't know anything that's coming. So
because we haven't read the scripts, so we'll be like the nerds on the internet going. No offense to the nerds on the internet.